everyone. Welcome back. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
We are watching Apollo 13 today.
Oh, great.
Yay.
Oh, wow.
All three of us are blind to it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is based on a true story, as we know.
That's excellent.
The movie came out in 1995, and this is based on a space mission that took place in 1970.
Oh, okay.
I do know Tom Hanks is in this movie,
Oh, great.
and I always wanted to see this movie.
I
You
do
know.
too.
Me
I
too.
always did.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we do get a few fans now and again who are new to the channel, welcome, who say, I can't believe you haven't seen this movie.
Believe it.
No, believe it. There's no lie. We
There is
seriously
no-
haven't seen these movies. Like, we're no disrespect or anything. It's just, we just never saw them. So that's why I love our
That's right.
channel, because everything we see on the channel is pretty much new to us.
That's right.
You know?
Exactly.
But we've seen a lot because of the channel, so that's pretty good.
Right. We weren't
That's
moviegoers
for sure.
before. Now we
Yeah,
are.
that's-
Yeah, I mean, before we started this channel years ago, where I used to work, the girls would they had a list going in our main hallway that we trafficked, and they would just write down all these movies I haven't seen, and it got so ridiculous they kept putting my name in the title as well and making it more dramatic and goofy and whatever, and it was just funny. I was like, oh my god. But now I've seen a lot of those movies on the channel, so it's pretty cool.
That's right.
So anywho, shall we get into this and we'll talk about it after?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ron Howard.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know Ron Howard.
That's right. Opie.
Opie?
Right.
Cunningham.
Crossing gantry for capsuling press. Roger that. Now the important thing when you're penetrating our module.
Talk dirty to me.
That.
Now let's say this is me here in the command module, and this is you. This thing sticks out here front. That's called probe.
Oh my.
And Tracy, I'll tell you, when you feel that thing slide in,
Oh my
Oh,
god.
my goodness.
it's like no other feeling in the world.
What's the big occasion?
Hey, how's it going over there? Who's control?
Ed Harris.
It's time they're pacing around,
He's awesome.
smoking like Jim Kratz is gonna have puppies. Jim Lovell.
Hi.
This is Tracy. How do you do, Tracy? This is.
Oh, that's cool. He's
Gemini
playing
7,
too.
Gemini 12, Apollo 8. They were the first ones around, so this guy did 10 laps.
With one hand on the wheel. You guys make yourselves at home. Hey, Marilyn. This is the last champagne in the city of Houston.
Very good, very good.
Everything else all right? Looks okay. Hey, Cadet Lovell. Put this on ice in the back. The rest of it, make sure it gets cold.
You gonna get a haircut this summer? I'm on vacation.
Oh, yeah. Look at it. Oh my goodness. He's in this too.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Don't worry.
Bestie's there. Maybe Bestie's here. Oh, Bill Paxton. Yeah.
Yeah.
The limb footpads are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches, almost like a powder.
Armstrong is on the move.
After
Neil
the limb
Armstrong,
now.
38-year-old American, standing on the surface of the moon
God, the feeling.
Unbelievable.
That was something else.
on this July 20th, 1969.
That's one small step for man. Giant leap for mankind.
His
Only
quote
go
was,
in,
that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Wow.
That sounded
They're like
something else.
embedded in
Yeah.
our memories.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand. I worked so hard on this.
Ah,
I don't understand. But
That's
you are
the
not
year.
letting that out in this neighborhood. That's the end of it. I don't want even learn a bra. Shut up.
Hey, everybody.
it's the 60s.
Yep.
You know that Easter vacation trip we had planned for Acapulco? I was thinking there might be a slight change in destination.
Really?
Maybe say the moon. Al Shepard's ear infection has flared up. We've all been bumped up to the prime crew of Apollo 13.
Whoa.
Wow.
Straight to the head of the line in the Frowmora Highlands.
6 months? You're moving up 6 months? Dad, can I please wear this?
Sure.
Oh no.
No, absolutely.
They're not rushing things, are they? I mean, you're going to be ready in 6 months?
We'll be ready. Boy, I wouldn't want to be around Al Shepard tonight. I gotta get over there. We're gonna have to get up to speed on this.
Go.
We're gonna walk on the moon, Marilyn.
I know. Can't believe it.
It's 13. Why 13?
Oh,
It comes after 12, huh?
oh no, but it's like an unlucky number.
Yeah, it is.
Apollo 13, you are go for pyro arm and docking.
Ooh.
Hey, we got a problem.
Don't you
Damn it,
fly.
Pete, Can't get your helmet on. I can't get it loaded.
Tell me this is a nightmare.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Oh, jeez. Whoa.
That's a nightmare.
That's right, yeah.
Jeez, everything that can go wrong.
Oh,
Jeez.
yeah.
And you just forever drift.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrifying. She's having those nightmares.
Yeah.
The door. It's called the hatch. They couldn't get it open when they needed to get out. That was one thing.
Jeez.
Well, a lot of things went wrong in that fire.
You fixed it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We fixed it. It's not a problem anymore.
Jeez. And now there's always so many
Really.
risks.
I'm thinking about not going to the launch.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, no, she's
She's too nervous.
The kids need me at home.
Marilyn, we've had these kids for a while now. They've never kept you from coming to the other launch.
Yes, but now I have your mother. She's just had this stroke.
Mom's fine.
It's not like I've never been to a launch before. The other wives have not done 3. I just don't think I can go through all that.
That's the
Yeah,
real
but he
thing.
needs
Yeah,
that.
it
Like, that's
is, yeah.
it's such a
It
dangerous
does.
thing. Like, he needs you there.
I'll just be glad when this one's over.
Oh, gee, negative.
And don't let him leave with that thought.
That's right.
Oh, you're gonna miss a hell
Put
of a show.
negativity in that. It's not good.
I'm sorry, but
Hey guys,
it's not about you at this point. Like, I'd be there for him.
Oh, yeah, support him.
Jim, we've got a problem.
We hate that.
Blood work back to the lab. Charlie Duke has the measles. So we need a new backup.
You've all been exposed to it.
well, I've had the measles.
Ken Mattingly has it.
Oh, jeez.
You want to break up my crew 2 days before the launch.
Oh my
My
God.
We
That's
can
hard.
predict each other's moves, and we can read the tone of each other's voices.
Ken Mattingly will be getting seriously ill precisely when you and Hayes will be ascending from the lunar surface to rendezvous with him.
Jim, that's a lousy time for a fever.
Now look, Jack Swigert has been out of the loop for weeks. He's fully qualified to fly this mission.
Crap.
He's a fine pilot, but when was the last time he was in a simulator?
I'm sorry, Jim. I understand how you feel. Now, we can do one of two things here. We can either scrub Mattingly, go with Swigert, or we can bump all 3 of you to a later mission.
It's easier said, but I'm like, why can't you just push it off a few weeks?
All 3 of them.
Wow.
I've trained for the Frowmore Highlands. And this is
Flight surgeon horseshit, Deke.
Jim, if you hold out for Ken, you will not be on Apollo 13. It's your decision.
I gotta take that. Because I'm on the backup crew. The backup crew has to set up the guest list and hotel room, Swigert. Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir. I understand. Thank you, sir.
Oh, this poor guy.
I don't have the measles. I'm not gonna get the measles.
I know, it's such a risk. I don't know.
It's very contagious.
It's like with the chance of him getting sick or this new guy that they don't really know or have, trained with.
Trajectory's holding steady. We're right on the line. We're at 12 G's.
12 G's, we're burning up.
This is not good.
Syndicator light-rated entry
2
interface.
days.
Even Mattingly didn't get it the first time.
How you feeling, Fredo?
Sharp broiled.
Oh, there's
Yes.
Very
yeah,
good.
that's good.
I mean, I can't
I think this
imagine
is
how
very good.
nervous she
Yeah.
is and stuff, but I am very happy she showed up.
He is too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He needed that.
So he
This
sure
looks like
does.
Marilyn Lovell. But it can't be. She's not coming to the launch.
I heard it was going to be a hell of a show.
No, don't do that.
Some guy I know.
Good. Very good.
You can't live without me.
Yeah, that's
good.
great. The ring.
Oh,
the ring went
no.
down the drain.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
God.
God. And she's already,
Oh, Jesus.
she's already worried
Oh,
about
my God.
the number 13. She's,
Oh, he just added to the bad luck.
no.
But
God.
uh-huh.
God, I gotta step on that.
Oh,
Junior, all set.
Nice. Good.
We are go for launch. T-minus 60 seconds and counting.
Oh, this
Oh, we
kid.
got a car. I know, it's sad.
Still no
For the better this
measles.
time, though.
yeah.
Woo! That's so crazy.
What a great perspective.
Oh, God. Oh. Oh.
So much power.
Yeah, look at
For
that.
his emotions right now,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, but
it could be me. It could have been me.
The clock is running.
Whoa!
Holy just
I
so.
wonder why they
Whoa.
strapped them in so
I
tight.
think
Yeah.
so.
I know you have to do that, but I'd be like so scared. They would like leave the suit on.
Yeah.
Remember, you're proud, happy, and thrilled.
How are you feeling?
Well, very proud and very happy when we're thrilled.
Exactly, yeah. Keep it simple.
Booster SOS-4B shut down.
Get set for transposition and docking.
Roger that, Jack.
Oh, he's acting sick.
gonna-
He's
he's
gonna.
gonna-
Oh no, he's gonna puke. Oh no,
yes.
gross.
Whoa.
Oh,
It's gonna
no.
float everywhere.
Oh, gross.
Does he have an amesis
Oh
bag?
no.
Oh,
Oh,
gross.
Yeah, he's got one.
Gross.
Okay, everybody, let's get the around and pick up the
At least it's like solidified.
Go
It's
for
just,
power arm and docking. Repeat. Go for docking, and we recommend you secure cabin pressurization. Roger that. 10 feet.
his eyes are
Come on,
bulging.
come on. Dock it.
He's calm. He's got
it was scraping.
He's got it. Oops. He just scratched Daddy's car.
That's it. Knock back his barber pole.
Go ahead and retract.
Houston, we have a hard dock. Roger, understand.
Okay.
Good deal, Jack.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yes, it does.
See, we can't complain about parallel parking anymore, right?
That's for sure.
one in honor of our command module Odyssey.
But there seems to have been a last minute change in the program.
When I go up around 19, I'm going to take my entire collection of Johnny Cash along.
Oh, boy.
Where's that broadcast?
Oh, the network stumped us. One of them said we made going to the moon about as exciting as taking a trip to Pittsburgh.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Serious?
I mean,
Oh,
just the
yeah.
thought of it's amazing. But yeah,
God.
God, this is back in the 70s. Like now it's like way worse.
Oh, this must be Jim's mom.
From the
Uh-oh.
IRS. Watching, I forgot to file my.
Oh, no!
Oh, my
Uh-oh,
God.
No joke. They'll jump on him.
Oh, boy, that's for sure.
Oh my.
Head on down to the
jeez.
lunar excursion module. Follow me.
So, this is the crew of the Apollo 13. Wishing everyone
Just to drop them like that and be like they're
Come on,
boring. Like
that's
what a.
That's horrible.
Uh-oh.
Get back in.
Oh no! Oh crap!
Fredo.
Whoa.
What?
Hey, we've got a problem here.
I guess so.
What did you do? Nothing. I stirred the tanks. Whoa. Hey.
Oh crap!
Son of a
This is
bitch.
Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yep, Houston, we have a problem.
We have a main bus B undervolt. We've got a lot of thruster activity here, Houston. Just went offline. Oh, there's another master alarm, Houston.
Get back with the boys.
There was no repress valve. Maybe it's in quad
We've
C.
got a computer
I'm
restart.
gonna reconfigure the RCS.
We've got a
When
page
these
light.
things fire, it doesn't make any
We got
sense.
multiple cautions.
Oh my god, all of it.
Restart.
All right, I'm going to SDS.
Jesus. Flight to heart rates are skyrocketing. Econ, what's your data telling you?
O2, tank 2, not reading at all. Tank 1 is at 725 psi and falling. Fuel cells 1 and 3 are,
Losing all the
what's
oxygen.
going on here? Flight, let me get back to you.
Let me get back to you.
Flight, they're all over the place. They keep going close to gimbal lock. I keep losing radio signal. Flight, their antenna must be 22. They're gonna have to do it manually if they do
One at a time, people. One at a time. One at a time. Ecom, is this an instrumentation problem, or are we looking at real power loss here?
In O2, fly.
What'd you see?
I don't know. Maybe this is a caution and warning.
Houston? We are venting something out into space.
Oxygen.
Holy shit.
I can see it outside of window 1 right now.
Crap.
And it's not my urine.
A gas of some sort.
They're oxygen.
Yeah.
It's got to be the oxygen.
Damn.
Oh, they're dropping.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
How terrifying.
Oh,
And everyone's just quiet.
Quiet.
What do you do?
yeah.
That's it?
oh.
Roger, Odyssey. We copy your venting. Give me an alarm.
Okay, let's everybody think of the kind of...
I know, I'm like, the pause to be dramatic, but I'm like, come on, go.
You close them, you can't open them again. You can't land on the moon with one healthy fuel cell.
We're not gonna.
Gene, the Odyssey is dying. From my chair here, this is the last option.
There is no mission
There's
to
no mission.
the moon.
Now they gotta tell him.
Oh, that's not good. Right?
Alright, he's not gonna
That's
make it.
not-
But you'll live.
That's
hopefully.
right.
That's right. You ever think that one?
Now, Jack, we need to proceed with steps 12 through 17 quickly. You're down to about 8 minutes remaining.
Oh my god, they have to do all this
God.
figuring.
Okay, Houston, check me.
Okay.
I've completed these Gibble conversions, but I need a double check of the arithmetic.
Yeah, you can go, Jim.
Okay, the roll cal angle is -2.
Motor module roll is 355.5.
All these geniuses just doing.
Looks good, Flight.
All right.
Good here.
What? How phenomenal he did that.
Wow, he's so
Under
smart.
pressure.
Yeah.
You switch to SCS. Stand by. Thrust.
It's a great day in New York, isn't it? It's girl watchers weather.
Oh.
I like those ingenious girl watchers who put on Con Edison helmets and dig trenches in the street.
Oh, he just
Oh,
missed
no.
it.
Oh, crap.
Science editor Jules Sparkman. The Apollo 13
He missed it.
spacecraft has lost all electrical power.
Oh. Wow.
You and Buzz's old neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up on Mount Maryland.
I actually can see it.
Mount
You gotta take a
Maryland.
look at this.
Come on.
I've seen it.
Look again.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna imagine it.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been so cool. And a moon rock.
At that rate, in 16 hours, the batteries are dead, not 45.
Oh.
So's the crew. We gotta get them down to
Good
12
thinking.
amps. How many? You can't run a vacuum cleaner on 12 amps, John. You gotta turn off.
What? Do you want him to live?
Cabin heater,
It was
instrument
so
displays, guidance
cold.
computer, the whole smack.
Whoa, guidance computer. What if they need to do another burn? Gene, they won't even know which way they're pointed.
The more time we talk down here, the more juice they waste up there. I've been looking at the data for the past hour.
What? Good, you're not dead.
We need you now.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotta get you in the simulators. We gotta ship to land.
What?
Oh, he's still gonna help.
Been an explosion. Oxygen tanks are gone. 2 fuel cells gone. Command module shut down.
Holy shit.
What about the crew? The crew's fine so far. Trying to keep them alive in the limb. We're gonna have to shut that down pretty soon too. We got a lot of people working the numbers on
Could
this
have been me.
weekend. Nobody's too sure how much power we're gonna have when we hit re-entry. Command module's gonna be frozen up pretty good by then.
That's not what they have up there. Don't give me anything they don't have on board.
Let's get this show on the road. Put them in space, fellas.
Well, thank God he is down here.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking that. Yeah.
It hurts when I urinate.
Uh-oh.
UTI.
Drinking my ration, same as you.
He's got a UTI.
Yeah.
I think old Swagger gave me the clap. Leave too. Well, that'll be a hot one at the debriefing for the flight. It's another first for American space program. Listen, I've been going over some stuff, and I'm a little worried about this cold affecting our battery efficiency. You know, we quit people with alcohol, say we're in power. So Houston says we're right on the money.
And what if they had made a mistake, all right? And there was no way to reverse it? Do you think they would tell us? There's no reason for them to tell us.
I mean, they're not gonna tell us. That's bullshit. All right, there's 1,000 things.
Okay, don't yell and you need the
There you
oxygen.
go.
We
Come on.
are on number
Calm down.
8. You're talking about number 692.
And in the meantime, I'm trying to tell you we're coming in too fast. I think they know it, and I think that's why we don't have a goddamn re-entry plan,
That's
all
duly
right?
noted. Thank you, Jack.
Oh. Okay, calm down,
yeah.
guys.
Piece of shit's gonna get you home.
All right.
Come
That's
on,
because that's the only thing
not
we got left, Jack.
oxygen.
No yelling.
Come on.
Yeah,
Calm down.
What are you saying, Fred?
I think you know what I'm saying.
don't.
Come on.
All I did was stir those tanks.
What was that gauge reading before you hit the switch?
You don't tell me how to fly the damn CM, all right?
Come on, calm down.
To do a job, they asked me to stir the damn tanks, and I stir the tanks.
Jack, stop kicking yourself in the ass.
This is not my fault.
No one is saying it is. Are we on Vox? No, we're not on Vox. Yeah, Houston, this is Aquarius. Go ahead.
Son of a bitch.
Check your CO2 gauge for us.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, Houston, we were just looking at that. Our CO2 measurement has jumped 4 notches in the last hour. I know why my numbers are wrong.
Why?
I only figured it for 2 people.
Oh, crap.
Oh. He's like, well, thanks a
I
lot.
just hold my breath.
Oh.
Deadly CO2 gas is literally poisoning the astronauts with every breath.
Okay, they got it in.
Okay, yeah. No, of course not.
Yeah, that could happen.
That can happen. Do it.
What's this?
That's gonna save their lives. Look at him, he's all sweaty.
Procedures for me, right here.
I know.
One sock.
Once you have the sock in place,
Unbelievable.
Oh, geez. Hey, it
fire
works.
filter assembly to the bulkhead, right above the limb cannon.
We're getting close to 15.
Awesome.
All right, it's moving fast.
Houston, the CO2 level has dropped to 9, and it is still falling.
God.
Yes. Great minds.
Oh, my God.
Great minds work together, so that's what shows us.
First, do the missile man.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, honey.
Oh, Grandma mode is coming in.
Get a washing machine to fly. My Jimmy could land it.
That was
cool.
the best thing.
That was so cool. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, that's good to see. I was going to start leaking or something.
Jack, you'll be happy to hear that we contacted President Nixon, and he's going to grant you an extension on your income taxes.
Good to know.
Yeah, watch the window. It's all frozen up.
Glad the ice isn't completely covering the window.
Yeah.
On the outside.
If the earth starts drifting down, you need to thrust aft.
Oh, that was choppy.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Unit regulators on. Our 10%
Right around, Fredo. Trying, but it's dragging.
10 seconds.
Keep it in the window.
Down, Fredo. We're drifting. No, you hold what you got. I'll roll it. Back off. God, I can't get it stable.
How many cigarettes did they go through? All these guys.
Steady, steady.
9. Shut down.
Houston, we have shutdown.
That's close enough, Jim. Good work.
Okay.
Let's go.
How about that, Lem, huh?
Yeah, you knew it. You didn't know it.
You betcha.
That's my company.
Yeah, right.
Oh, boy.
Let's hope we don't have to do that again.
Gosh.
Phenomenal teamwork. See all the cigarettes?
Yeah.
Now, if my cockpit lights hadn't shorted out, there's no way I'd have ever been able to see that. So, you never know what events are going to transpire to get you home.
Oh man, I'm just hearing this now. Gives me hope.
Spacecraft Commander Jim Lovell, no stranger to emergencies.
It's incredible.
How's it going, Fred? I'm okay.
Crap. I woke you up.
No, I don't make that. I just startled me.
Houston, can you confirm a burst helium disk?
We confirm that, Jim.
4 amps. My God. He's got it. Look at his gears are turning.
Some power left in the LEM batteries, right?
It's gonna work. He's making sure. He's making sure.
I think we got it, buddy.
Yes, you just saved their lives.
Good.
Holy crap. Thank God he's down there.
Arthur, my notes are clear on that last secret.
Yeah.
Are the flowers blooming in Houston?
That's a negative, Jim. I don't have the measles.
Doc.
Jim, is Jack in there with you?
Oh, yeah, stand by one. We gotta get him on comm.
Thanks, I think it would really help if you could just distract her. When the heavy predictions come in.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Blanche, these nice young men are going to watch the television with you. This is Neil Armstrong and this is Buzz.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Are you boys in the space program too?
Oh,
Yes,
she
they
just
are.
remember.
Can you read back on that last procedure?
Boy, I wish you were here to see it.
I'll bet you do.
Way to go, Jack.
Excellent.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Good.
Flight, this is Retro.
Go retro.
Flight, we are looking at a typhoon warning on the edge of the prime.
Son of a...
Anything else? Anything
13th.
right? Come on. That's right.
On the edge of the prime recovery area. Now, this is just a warning flight. It could miss them.
Only if their luck changes.
Jim, we're ready for SM jettison.
Freeze.
Yeah, I got a hug, guys.
Hold on just a little longer.
Yeah, it's insane. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Follow the algae. She's the algae.
Yeah, right.
What is that?
Oh, I was getting a little punchy and I didn't want to cut the limb loose with you guys still in it.
That's good thinking.
Yeah.
Stand by, Houston.
I mean, honestly, when you're freaking out, yeah, I can easily make a mistake.
She sure was a good ship.
Farewell, Aquarius. And we thank you.
God, that moment of not knowing. You've already gotten so far.
Nice.
Glad we have lost radio contact.
Roger that.
No re-entering ship has ever taken longer than 3 minutes to emerge from blackout.
This one will take 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Will the heat shield hold? Will the command module survive the intense heat of re-entry? If it doesn't, there will only be silence.
You're squishing me.
I'm sorry.
How's he used to do you ready?
3 minutes, 30 seconds, stand by.
How's he used to do you ready?
Come on, under 4.
The music
under
sounds
4.
kind of similar to Volta. When he steps into the snow.
How's he used to do you ready?
Yay!
Let's hope.
See, it's not always accurate.
This is Odyssey. It's good to see you again.
Beat all odds.
Wow, the pressure that guy had.
It's so impressive. Oh
Wow.
my god.
Oh my God! Thanks to you.
That's right.
All of them.
Good thing he was on the ground.
Ooh.
Oh my God, yeah.
At least Fred will be okay.
Oh boy.
And he had to. He
Overwhelming.
stayed positive. He tried his best. It
Overwhelming.
helped a lot.
Oh my God.
And then random shark. Not cool. Oh my god. Alien! Oxygen. Sun, warmth.
Oh my God.
Yay.
Fred Hayes was going back to the moon on Apollo 18, but his mission was canceled because of budget cuts. He never flew in space again.
But you made it home.
Nor did Jack Swigert, who left the astronaut corps and was elected to Congress from the state of Colorado.
Yeah. Cool.
But he died of cancer before he was able to take office.
Oh.
Ken Mattingly orbited the moon as command module pilot of Apollo 16 and flew the space shuttle, having never gotten the measles.
Yeah, I know. Never let that down.
Flight operations just not long ago. And many other members of Mission Control have gone on to other things, but some are still there. And as for me, the 7 extraordinary days of Apollo 13 were my last in space. I watched other men walk on the moon and return safely, all from the confines of Mission Control and our house in Houston. I sometimes catch myself looking up at the moon, remembering the changes of fortune in our long voyage, thinking of the thousands of people who worked to bring the 3 of us home.
It's absolutely incredible.
I look up at the moon and wonder, when will we be going back?
Beautiful story.
That's a great story.
That was a great movie, boy.
And we know it's based off history, and we knew that they were going to come back safely, but
everything was against
Wow.
them.
Sure was.
Yeah, I mean, the joke of, the 13th, that's such a bad luck number, and you don't want to be superstitious. And
she loses her wedding ring, in the drain. She's got all these things stuck to
Yeah, and I know it's coincidence, but just which that
if you're
could have
superstitious,
happened,
it's like.
But to add all these extra things that went wrong, to make it the 13th, leaving on the 13th,
13th hour.
Everything.
Yeah, it's like, who did that? Who planned all that? We want to keep it easy and have it the same number all the way through, because sometimes it's fun to match the number, But that was an incredible story.
Yes,
it was very emotional, and I was just, besides all the anxiety, I was just in awe the whole time, because astronauts, as we know from the films we've seen, they have to go through so much hard work, and you have to be, of course, well trained and super focused, super smart. It's so difficult to go to space. You have to be the prime, the top-notch person in all categories to be able to do something like that, physical, mental.
Right, even the backups and the second backups. That was this crew, right?
Everybody has to be in sync with one another.
Yeah, you got to read, even, hearing that, okay, well, we know how, each other's voices and the tone shifts, and we know what we're feeling and thinking, and, it has to be very fluid. You have to work as a team flawlessly, there's no room for error at all.
There isn't. And, even Jim was replaced just 6 months before this mission. And then Ken had to get out 2 days before, and Jack had to be in there.
Yeah.
And even though he was
So
prepared,
many things,
so many things that
big things.
Yeah, and it wasn't a perfect mission right from the start, but look at what they did. They came home safely.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and there's just so many things you have to overthink. You have to. It's down to of course the numbers, but it's all science. There's no room for guessing. But in this case, they had to improvise and make it work. And
that filtering system, all the genius people that were down in Houston, it was amazing. They all worked together. And for Ken to come back in and keep working on the simulator, that was great with John. That was incredible.
It was so
everything
impressive.
Across the board. Even Gene being the flight command, he was just so calm and just give it to me and do it now.
I loved him. Yeah, I love Ed Harris.
Yeah.
And being that focused, wow. You have the smartest people in the world, in this room, right? And top notch, again, in their field, and they're freaking out because they are used to procedure, and yes, they do train to know how to handle certain emergencies, but anytime you're in space, it's something different. I'm sure a lot of minor things are the same, but this was a major disaster, and them freaking out, and him, Gene, just being okay, well, we gotta figure it out, and him just breaking their freak out and being you gotta focus and think of something different. You have to get off the normal procedure. You have to think, something new, and
and throw away the manual. We're going to start fresh.
Yeah, so
in that situation room, it's holy smoke. Okay, let's throw it and let's just get our minds together.
It was incredible, and seeing all these super smart people, everyone's human, so you start freaking out. You can't think clearly, and it's you can't think beyond what or what is the perfect strategy. And I just love how Gene was just you got to find something else. We got to bring it
exactly home. Even the guy from Grumman who that company made the limb, and he's it's not
people
made
don't
for
want
that.
to be responsible.
He's I don't care what it's made for, it's what can it do.
And he doesn't want the responsibility.
And then he was so proud. He's oh, of course I knew it was gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's just so many things happening all at once, and it's just incredible to see. Okay, wow, to even come up with all of this and figure all this out. It's just so super complicated, and of course it's kind of easy. You can easily follow the movie, but it's just Like, there's just so many things we'll never understand, and how they come up with all these different calculations and stuff on every single thing. And to have such a bad disaster with a simple freaking coil, like, and it's just scary every time you go into space. You try your best to make sure everything's correct, but there's errors, things do happen.
That's right. And poor Jack, he was feeling bad because, he's like, it wasn't my fault. I did exactly what they told me. And he did. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
But, Fred kind of thought, well, are you sure? Did you look at the numbers? Did you check the gauges? So, there was that little tension there, but it quelled, once, Fred was getting really sick, and Jack's like, they would.
I am glad it wasn't his fault, because even in the simulator before, like, he messed up and they crashed and burned, and I totally get the dynamic of, Fred and Jim being very nervous having this other guy they haven't even trained with 2 days before, like they haven't, like they're so used to Ken, and it's very uncomfortable, and they were staying professional about it, but I love the glances of, they're staying professional, but there's no trust. It's like, okay, can we? It's not like a thing of them being cliquey and stuff. In a way, it is, but it's a trust thing, and we don't know you, and we don't know what you're going to do. So for him to go manual, they're like looking at each other like, what the hell? Like we don't normally do this, and then he failed. I mean, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, 6 months for Jim to train, like, that's a lot of pressure, and you only got freaking 2 days with this guy, even though he has some experience. And I just like the interactions between the three, and him not actually, Jack not looking at the gauges. It seemed like he really didn't look, and he was just going with what he was told, and made me think, crap, yeah, maybe it was on him. He should have checked it, but accidents do happen. But again, in space, you just can't make a mistake, and I am happy overall it wasn't his fault, but just the questions of, you're freaking out, like, is that, like, whose fault is it? And at that point, it didn't even matter, because what was done, and they have to focus on surviving, so they really came together as a team and worked really well.
They did, and I think Fred felt really bad too when he was calculating on his end at the end for 2 men, and Jack was like, oh, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, and he was feverish and sick, and I'm kind of like, was he making a personal jab? Because now's not the time for that, but I think he was probably just delirious and thinking 2 people.
Right,
probably.
and
So
then you
honest.
have Jack on the other end, where he had that note that said no.
Yeah.
That was just making him sure not to, shut them out.
And as scary as that sounds, and he was being very honest there, like, holy crap, like, it's true. I mean, there's so many buttons, you're going to die. I mean, it's right there. You can accidentally hit it. So I'm so happy to think of that, because it's a life or death thing. You're going to kill your, your team. So I am really happy he did that. It's just incredible to make you think of, like, all these things you never would have thought of, But I am so happy they survived the odds. I mean, yes, it was all science, but they also had to improvise and
they just had to go with plan B. They had to put square things into round things. And I mean, I loved that scene where they were like, all the engineers, all those guys were on the table just, okay, we have to do this with this, and we only have that.
Yeah,
so
and you got to break them away
and
from
the
normal structure. And they were able to do it, and that was awesome to see.
Great minds work together.
And again, and it was always like, I know you need things perfect, measurements, calculations, stuff like that, but it even showed, like, they were like, okay, well, after 3 minutes, if we don't hear from them, they're dead, they're gone. And they're like, even 4 minutes is unheard of, but we'll say 4 minutes. And it was longer than 4 minutes. So if that is accurate to what actually happened, then, sometimes you need a little room for error, because sometimes, I said miracle, but I know it's like, it was science, and sometimes you just need a little bit more time, and it worked out, and thank goodness. But
I really felt so bad for the families too.
I know. Fred's wife, Mary. I mean, she's gonna have a baby any second now. Wow. She's got a bunch of little ones. She's never been through this before.
And then Jim's mother too.
Right. She was very, very proud. Very proud.
I really love the families, and I like how they go to a lot of social events together and stuff because their husbands are famous, but I am happy that they were actually close to, and through this tragedy, thank God they were okay at the end, but they stayed together. Like, a lot of them were just together, scared together. Like, I'd hate to be alone, especially when you have kids and you have to be like calm and strong in front of your kids. And it's just, and his son, his little boy, like saying, was it the door that got I'm so innocent? And I was like, oh my God, you know. But to stay strong and just listen to that the whole time, it's just devastating, you know. But just a lot to take in.
It was, and their older son is in the academy, which is great. So it looks like he wants to be a pilot as well. And
it was awesome.
So that was really good. That they're all watching it together, and they were just rooting for him and just so happy and relieved.
And I noticed in the control room, I think I saw Ron Howard's brother, Cy.
Okay, you said the one with the glasses, right?
The one with the glasses. His name is Cy, I think.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I love that. I mean, there was a really good cast in this movie, too. I recognized a lot of people. And, again, love Tom Hanks and Kevin Bacon and Bill Paxton.
That's for sure.
Speaking Houston, I mean, we've seen a couple of those other actors. I just don't, usually like, where did I see him before?
There's a few familiar faces that I kind of like point when I'm like, I know that person from somewhere, but I couldn't place them,
Houston,
Yeah, but absolutely incredible movie. There was a part in the beginning when Jim and his wife were in their sports car or something, and it stalled out. And he said like, oh, this doesn't happen, or it happens now and again. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it stood out to me because we sat on that scene for a few moments. So I'm like, is this going to mean something later on about machines failing, or things can happen even though you try your best to keep maintenance up or whatever. Like so if you guys can elaborate on that, I was just curious because I felt like that
it's like the beginning of the missteps,
or just the bad luck streak,
right?
Or maybe
maybe that was like the beginning of it. So okay,
because she didn't want to go. She's like, why are we doing these these appearances? You have to focus.
It's like, it's NASA. You can just push you like, you're already like working so hard, and you're gonna make it tougher, so you have to go out and be social too. And and going back to his wife, like, I can't even imagine the stress. I mean, she was so supportive and excited about him going to actually land on the moon. And then when it got closer to the time of launch, like, she's like, well, I don't want to go to this one because like fear took over, and her anxiety got crazy, and she just didn't want to do it. And I can't imagine, but I am so happy she showed up, because at that point it wasn't about her. Like, her husband is doing this great feat that no one else really ever gets to experience, and he is a hero for going out in space. He's risking his life. He might die, whether you've been on a few missions or not. Like, there's always a good chance you could die. It's scary as hell, and you don't want to leave like that discussion being like, I don't want to see, what
I gotta get the kids ready for school. Really? Are you really gonna even take your kids to school that day? Daddy's going? No.
Yeah, and then she says something kind of not rude, but something unsettling, like right. Like the end of that discussion, and I was don't leave it there.
She just doesn't want to see. Yeah, she was. I don't want to see it.
I know, and I'm like, well, he's living it, and he's going to be isolated with just 3 or 2 people. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm glad she showed up.
Yeah, and I'm sure she is too, because I mean,
you'll never forgive yourself if something happened.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So, very good movie. I'm very impressed, and I mean, all 3 of us are blind to this movie, and I'm very happy we finally saw it. We do know the history of this, so but I think it's important with a good movie that is accurate to the storytelling, with the storytelling that it's a must-watch kind of movie.
It was very emotional too.
It was very emotional.
It was. You get all.
And Buzz and Neil, that was cool. Yeah,
I know, hanging out with Mom to if she's getting too tense, just try to deflect it to some other conversation. Oh, was he an Eagle Scout?
That's right.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's good.
But she was fixed on it though.
Yeah, Grandma was awesome, because like, when Jim's wife went up to her and started talking to her about what happened, and Jim had an accident and he's okay right now, and then she kind of started crying, and I thought Grandma was going to be lost the whole time and just get upset and be like, what are you talking about, but she really just focused in that moment and became like this protective figure, wanted to
for the granddaughter,
be strong and be like, are you afraid? Well, he could fly a dishwasher or something into space if he needed to. So that was cool that
he will land it.
It wasn't again, like it was a selfless thing to be like, be stronger for the little ones. And and again, like we saw so many different people come together and work together. The astronauts, the people working for NASA, the families, and everyone just came together. And I just love seeing people unite.
I did too, and I loved Ken, how he just came back and just like, okay, we gotta keep trying.
I'm glad you brought up Ken because we didn't really talk much about him, but he was awesome. And it was so sad that he couldn't go up there, and I really felt those moments when he kept looking at the rocket and just sitting in that chair the first time he's told, like, there's a chance I might get the measles and I might not be able to go up there, but it's so good. It's almost like faded in a way where.
Thank God he didn't, because these guys would have made it.
Yeah,
he was an important part of getting them home.
Definitely.
That 4 amps, freaking 4 amps.
Right.
I mean, so he was a pivotal part.
Crazy. I mean, it's incredible, like how much is involved down to like the littlest detail, but just a great story all around. Very sad, but thank God they survived. That's the biggest thing.
It was a successful failure.
So, not to get into this whole discussion, but I'm just going to throw this in there. Do you guys believe that we landed on the moon?
Of course we do.
Yeah, me too. So I know I know there are some people that don't believe that.
I watched Neil Armstrong at 3:00 in the morning. Definitely was real.
I can't even imagine that. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
Very cool.
And also, I mentioned about my...
Oh, okay. Well, Mom wants me to mention, because we might get some comments, that she had a procedure done and had a couple areas of skin removed from her face, and it's healing, so they look like
they're
really
benign
big
moles,
moles.
so they haven't come off yet.
Yeah, they zapped them.
Yeah, so they look really big, but that's why she's not in any pain or anything. But sorry, I didn't mention it before. Because someone's going to be like, and I get it, because you guys care so much. We're like, what is that? Mom has spots on her face. That's new.
They really got big ever since they zapped me.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. She had it done
off.
Once before, too, years
Liquid
ago.
Nitrogen.
Oh, it's crazy stuff. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for requesting this movie.
Really
and I can't wait to see what we're watching next.
Yes.
So until next time.
Thank you.
Please subscribe. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.